Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Pirai Academy. In the series of Soliton interview question, today we are going to see about a question that is asked in 2026. Okay, the question is construct the largest possible palindrome string using characters from the given sentence and also print the length of the largest possible palindrome. Okay, so they are asking us to print both the length and also just we want to construct the largest possible palindrome, right? So I'll be showing you how we are going to do these both the things. Okay, first of all, ignore spaces, numbers and special characters. The output palindrome must preserve the original case of the characters as they appear in the input. Okay, now see here in this example, I like Soliton. So from here I can construct I, then L, then O, then I, again O, then L, then I. Okay, so this is going to be my output, and what is its length? It will be 7. So here I want you to understand that I am going to focus on how we are going to find out these strings and also how we are going to find out the length of the string also. Can you understand this? So I want to focus on these both things because in future they may ask in any of these kinds. Okay, and also you want to learn about longest palindromic subsequence also. Okay, that's your additional information because this problem can be also turned into that problem if you are going for a DP. Okay, because this problem is based on we can rearrange any kind, right? But that you want to know about, sorry, you can do only about subsequence. Okay, so I'll be giving the link for that problem in my description. Just go and watch that video also so that you can understand both the things and come up with more and more logics. Okay, fine. So let's get started. So see here, what they asked us to do is we want to reconstruct the words which are taken from the sentence such a way that the taken letters, the taken characters will be forming a string which is a palindrome, and also it should be the maximum length. It should be the maximum length or longest length. Okay, so listen this. In this example I can tell I'll be taking this A, okay, then this I, then again this A, then again this I, again this A. So this is going to be my longest palindrome, A. Okay, apart from that there is nothing, right? So what is its length? It is going to be 5. So either they may ask what is the word, or they may ask what is the size of the word also. That's the reason why I am going with these two things. Okay, so follow this video entirely because I will be showing you how we are going to do this in an easy method, and in Soliton they will be preferring the C program. Okay, so here also I will be giving you the C program only. Fine. So the first step, the first logic that comes into my mind is, okay, we want to construct the palindrome, right? So whenever we are going to construct the palindrome, what palindrome means? If I read from left to right and right to left, both should be same. Both should be same, which means I can easily tell you if the first letter is A, then last letter also will be A. Okay, if the second letter is I, then the last before letter will be also I, and this middle letter may be of anything. So for palindrome we have two types. What are them? Of odd length, of even length. Okay, odd length means I'll be having some sequence here. Take for example, it is X, okay, plus some character here plus that same X here. Okay, in even X and X. So this is how your even palindromic string will be. Can you understand this? So from this I can tell you we want to count each and every character's occurrence, and we are just going to construct the palindrome. That's it. Can you understand this? So this longest possible palindrome is much easier than longest possible palindromic subsequence, because in your palindromic subsequence you want to go for recursion, backtracking, then you want to optimize by using the memorization, then tabulation, then space optimization. Okay, but here you don't want to do any such kind. You just take the frequency array and count each number of occurrence, then according to that occurrence just assume whether you can construct even number of palindrome, sorry, even length palindrome or odd length palindrome. Okay, so let me give you the step-by-step approach. So first step is you want to construct the frequency table. So let me take two frequency table, and in this problem the only difficulty you will be facing is you don't want to take the commas or full stop or white space or digits, anything. You only focus on lowercase and uppercase character, and also palindrome. Here it is case insensitive. What it means? Case insensitive means, see here, the first A is what? Capital A. The last A is what? The small a, lowercase a. But these both are same as per this question. Okay, so here we will be treating both the case same. Okay, which means case insensitive. Okay, fine. So for this, first of all, I want to count the number of characters, right? So for this, I will be using the frequency array. If you don't know about the frequency array, I'll be giving the link in the description. Just go and watch that. Okay, and if you want to know about more and more problem solving logics, I strongly recommend you to go and watch my introduction for problem solving, that playlist, entire playlist, where you can learn about patterns, how we are going to construct the frequency array, and how we are just generating the subarray, substring, like that. Okay, those are the basic logics. By using those basic logics, we can combine one or more basic logic to find out the logic for the bigger one. Okay, fine. Now how we are going to do a frequency array? First of all, see here, I want 26 size for lowercase and 26 size array for uppercase. Okay, where the 0th index will be representing small a, first index representing b, likewise 25th index will be representing small z. Similarly for the uppercase letter also here. Okay, so I want two frequency array. Fine, because in C you don't have hash map. If you want hash map, then you can also implement using linked list, but it's time consuming. That's the reason why I'm going with the frequency array. If you don't have any choice, like if you have anything apart from the alphabets, okay, if you are having something like key value pairs, then you can go for this linked list approach. If not, just go for this frequency array itself. Okay, fine. Now what is the first step? First step is I want to count the all the elements, right? So I'll be starting from this. Now P, it is capital P. What is the ASCII value of capital P? Take that ASCII value and subtract from capital A, so that you will be getting some value which is ranges from 0 to 25. Okay, so for that particular value, I'll be incremented by 1. Initially everything will be 0, which means count of every values is 0 initially. Now I incremented it by 1. Okay, fine. Now what is the next thing? It is small I. So small I means I want to increment at this particular frequency array. Okay, so increment by 1. Again, it is small r. So go to r's particular index and increment by 1. Okay, now again A, capital A means here, increment by 1. Again small I, increment by 1. Again space, sorry, full stop means just skip. Space means also skip. Whenever there is an alphabet, then only you are going to do this process. Okay, while showing you the code, I'll be explaining that clearly. Okay, now here comes capital A means you want to go here and increment by 2. Okay, now it is C means you want to go here and increment by 1. Now again A, so small a, so here go and increment by 1. Now again comma means skip. Now D, go and increment by 1. Now E, so go and increment by 1. Now again M, go and increment by 1 for M. Again Y, for Y go and increment by 1. So this is how your two frequency arrays looks like. Now we have count of each and every elements in my given string, input string. Okay, fine. Now what is the next step I want to do is I want to figure it out. What are all those elements have count which is greater than 1? By using that only I want to construct it. Okay, first of all let me construct it manually, then let us think about the programmatically. Okay, so see here it is greater than 1, here it is greater than 1, and similarly anywhere else it is greater than 1? No, but see here it is case insensitive. Whenever it is case insensitive, if you are taking capital A, then you want to add small a also, which means a you have totally of 3 a's. You have totally of 3 a's. Can you understand this? Can you understand this? Okay. Now for I here you have 2. What is the capital I? It is only 1. It is only 0. Okay. So for I have totally of 2. 2 small I and 0 capital I. Okay. For D I have only 1 because there is capital D, it is 0. For C also I have only 1. Here only 1. Small c will be 0. Like that I have only 3 a's where it is 2 capital A's and 1 small a. Similarly I, there is only 2 small I whereas 0 capital I. Can you understand up to this? Right. Now what I am going to do is I will be taking this a, capital A, because capital A is more number of capital A's are there, right? So I will be taking capital A. Okay. Now what is the next step? Next step is I want to add another capital A in its end, because starting is capital A, then end also it should be capital A, right? So I will be adding another capital A. Can you understand this? Okay, fine. Now here I will be adding here I, then I want to add I in the backside also. Okay, so I is exhausted. Okay, and there is only one small a, there is only one capital C, there is only one small d. You can either put capital C here, you can either put D here, you can either put A here, whatsoever. It is not problem. Can you understand this? And also you can put A here, small a also, that's not a problem. Can you understand this? How we are going to construct it? See here, the logic is simple. After counting each and every elements, I want to check whether the total number of count of that particular character is greater than 1. If it is so, I want to place 1 in front of it, 1 at last. Again, let me make sure whether it is greater than 1. Like if I have, take for example, if I have 3 capital A's and 2 small a's, okay, then I will be placing capital A at first and then capital A at last. Again small a at first and small a at last. Okay, apart from that there is nothing more. Okay, then I will be going for the next value. At last I will be checking whether I have any odd number of count. If there is any odd number of count, then I can place at center. I told you, right, for odd number of count it will be some value in front of it, in center that character, then at last that same value should be repeating. So this is for odd number of count. For even number of count, you don't even have any particular count of any occurrence of the element which is odd. Then you have no choice. Your palindrome will be of even length only. Can you understand this? Yes. So this is how the entire problem looks like. The solution will be. So if you cannot understand till now, let me just show you the another demo. See here, for example, now let us take an example, right? Capital I have 3, small I have 2, again capital A I have 2, and then small a I have 2, then B I have 1, capital B I have 1, C I have 4, and capital C I have 0. Okay, let us take like that. Okay, now how I am going to construct it? First of all, I will be traversing from 0 to 26, which means I will be starting from A, B, C, D like that. Okay. Now A. For A, how many capital A are there? How many small a are there? 2 and 2. So here I will be first checking how many capital A are there. Because they both are even length. Then I can tell you half of them will be at front, half of them at last. Half of them will be front, half of them will be last. Can you understand this? So here I will be placing a capital A at first and small a at last. Again a capital A at first, small a at last. Can you understand this? Yes. How I am placing this? Like, see here, first of all I will be checking which is maximum among them. Capital A or small a, both are same. So you can either take one of them and place it first. Now capital A count becomes 1. Now small a is the majority. So place that at last. Okay. Now again, which is majority? Both are same. So let me take capital A. So it becomes 0. Now small a is the highest number of small a's, right? So place it last. Again make this as 0. That's it. A is exhausted. Okay, next thing is B. Now go to B, which is maximum. Both are maximum. Both are maximum. So let me take capital B at first. Okay, so it becomes 0. Now at last, what should I take? My small b only, because small b has some value. So take small b. That's it. Can you understand this? Yes, yes. So it is also exhausted. Now again I. For I also, I'll be taking capital I at first, and again let us take capital I at last. Let me write here A, B, I, B, A. Okay, now I becomes 1, and now we don't have choice. We have only small I. So take small I. So I here, so that it will be like this. Then again I here. So it will be become 0. That's it. That's it. Stop here. Stop here. Can I understand this? Why I am stopping here? Because I, the total number of I is 5. Total number of I is 5. So I stop here. Because I only take even number of I, which means I only take 4 i's, where 2 i's will be at front, 2 i's will be at last. Okay, and then at last we can add that extra I in my middle. Okay, fine. Now again C. So C also, here it will be small c here, again backside small c, then front also, then again. So there are 4 c's. So 4 c's will be added at like this. Okay, at last I want to check whether any of them has a have a odd number of count. If it has any odd number of count, then store it in my memory. At last in future, I'll be adding that in my center, at my center, which means at this particular point between these 4 c's. Okay, I'll be adding the I here. So what it's remaining small I. So I'll be adding small I. So this is how my palindrome something looks like. So here you may get n number of palindromes rearranging these things. Okay, so according to the question, just exchange it. Like if they ask in question like it should be like in the order of the given, it should be in a relative order to the question, then you want to rearrange it. Or else they will be asking like always it should be starting from lowercase and ending with uppercase, or it should be starting from uppercase and lowercase. Okay, so that's and all. You want to think about those logics. So this is the base for those logics. Okay, now tell me what is the time complexity. So time complexity will be O of n, and space complexity will be O of 1, because we didn't took any auxiliary space. It is of constant space, these two things. Okay, and also the accessing time for array is going to be O of 1, and the entire traversal time will be O of n. That's the reason why it is O of n. Okay, and construction also it will be O of 1, because, and also it doesn't go into the auxiliary space because it is going to be the resultant. Okay, always the resultant will not act as a auxiliary space. Okay, fine. So let me show you the code. See here, this is going to be a C program code. So here I directly assigned here, initialized here. If you want, you can get the input from the user. Always getting the input from the user as a string, you want to use the format specifier for /n. Okay, unless the user is entering the /n, you want to get the input. Okay, so please try to go and watch my introduction coding video. I'll be giving that link in the description, where I'll be giving you how we can get the input in different formats in C program. Okay, that's what the main thing. When you are attending the short programming round or long programming round, you can understand the logic, you can understand the problem, but the only thing that will be difficult for you is getting the input. Okay, sometimes. Fine. So here is my user defined function, and in my user defined function only I done everything. Okay, so first of all I'll be taking the frequency 1 of 26 size of everything as 0, and here also 26 size of everything is 0. Okay, so this is going to be your frequency array for lowercase and uppercase characters. Okay, now I for iteration, and then flag variable. The flag variable denotes how many number of odd numbers are there. Like if the string contains any odd number of count, okay, the string contains any character of odd number of count, then this flag value will be storing it. For that purpose I am taking this flag. In program you can understand that. Okay, now total. Okay, fine. Now see here, first of all I am traversing the entire string, and if that string is a lowercase, then what should I do? I'll be just storing it in a frequency 1, okay, and I'm doing the increment operation for by 1, okay. Similarly for the uppercase letter also. Fine. Now come here. Now first I want to find what is my resultant length. Can you understand this? Because if you are using a Python or Java, you can concatenate two strings, but in C you cannot concatenate the two strings by manually. It will be time consuming. That's the reason why first let me just find out what is going to be my resultant palindrome length, okay. Then let me construct it. Can you understand this? So how I am going to find the length? So see here again, if in question they only ask about the length, your program will be up to this only. If not, then you want to proceed by all these lines. If the question is about the palindromic subsequence, then that's the different question. So this is the question for that lead code question, okay. I'll be giving the link for that in my description. Just go and watch that also. So that question is a DP question, and it is difficult to understand if you don't know about the recursion and backtracking. But for this particular question, you don't even want any difficult logic or difficult approaches. It is very easy question, okay. Fine. So see here, I'll be traversing across the frequency 1 and frequency 2, okay, and I'll be taking the count of lowercase and uppercase character of that particular character. If A, then I want to add lowercase a and uppercase a occurrences, okay, and store in total, okay. Now I am checking whether my total is even or odd. If it is even, don't worry, just add into the resultant, because if it is even, for example, if it is 6, then I will be taking 3 and placing at front and taking 3 and placing at last. That's it. Can you understand this? Else, if it is odd, if the count is odd, then what should I do? I want to check whether my flag is 0. If my flag is 0, it means I didn't saw any odd length before. If I didn't saw any odd length before, then I will be adding the total into my result, okay, and making the flag into 1. Else, what should I do? I will be adding my total minus 1. Why I am adding total minus 1? See here, whenever we are forming a palindrome, we can split the number of occurrences and take that and place at first and place at last. Okay, if it is odd, if it is an odd length or odd number of count, then I cannot insert everything. I will be only inserting the even number of things. If I have seven characters, then I will be taking 3 characters and placing at front, 3 characters and placing at last. That 1 character will be removed. Can you understand this? That's the reason why I done this. Fine. Now you have the resultant length. If they ask only the longest palindrome length, then this is the program. If not, they ask you to construct the palindrome, then this is going to be the rest of them. Okay. So see here, first of all, I am just assigning, I am just declaring a string of length, result length. Now I will be traversing up to the result length, okay, and just placing everything as null, okay. Now left is equal to 0 and right is equal to result length minus 1. So here these 2 lines are optional, okay. So just take out this, okay. Now left is equal to 0 and right is equal to result length minus 1, which means I am taking left as the start and right as the end, okay. Fine. Now mid is equal to minus 1. This mid is used to just store what is the middle value going to be in future. In future I will be just storing it, okay. For that purpose only I am taking this mid, okay. In future you can understand this, okay. Fine. Now I am going to traverse 26 times across the frequency 1 and frequency 2, and I will be taking the total among them, okay. If the total is greater than 1, it has we want to do what? We want to take the half of them and place it first and half of them and place it last, okay. So what is the half? Half will be total divided by 2, which means here it is an integer division. Integer division means what? If it is 7, the half will be 3. If it is 8, the half will be 4. If it is 9, the half will be also 4. By using this, you can skip or remove that one particular character in the odd scenarios, okay. And then so here I will be traversing from 0 to half, and I will be checking whether my frequency 1 of I is greater or frequency 2 of I is greater. Anything is greater among them, I will be placing that in my left side. Can Can you understand this? So here result of left plus plus is equal to small a plus I, which means I'm just taking that character and placing at the leftmost side, which means start. Okay, else I should place what? The capital letters, because those frequency are greater. Okay, that's the concept I used here. If they asked you to do using a small letter at first and capital letter at last, then you want to count the minimum among them and place it first and last, like that. Okay, if not, you can go with this kind of approaches, because here the case is insensitive. Similarly here in your right side also do the same thing using the right pointer. Okay, and then at last I want to check whether my total is odd length. The total is odd length and mid is equal to -1, which means I didn't have any odd length before. Now only I get the odd length. Then what should I do? I'll be checking whether my frequency 1 is greater or frequency 2 of I is greater. According to that, I'll be storing in my mid. That's it. Okay. After finishing this entire for loop, you have constructed an even number of palindrome, even length palindrome. Now I want to check whether my middle is not equal to -1. If it is not equal to -1, then in my result of left is equal to mid, or you can also use result of right also, because both the pointers will be pointing at the same point only. Okay. Or else if it is not a odd length palindrome, then they will be gone, they will be overtaken and this condition will be not satisfied. Just go and dry run using some even length palindrome and odd length palindrome as a result. You can understand this particular line. Okay, and at last I just printing it. That's it. So this particular problem is very easy to understand, and that's it. So if you have any doubt in this particular problem, just comment below and just go and watch my entire playlist so that you can understand all the programs and all the logic on them. Okay, that's it. If you really like this video and subscribe to my channel, and thank you.